that even Democrats in the US House Foreign Affairs panel are actually seeing what's really happening on the ground. In fact, they have called out Trump singling out India with tariffs. And this is the post that has been put out by Democrats in US House Foreign Affairs panel. And they say, instead of imposing sanctions on China or others purchasing larger amounts of Russian oil, Trump's singling out India with tariffs, hurting Americans and sabotaging the India-US relationship in the process. It's almost like it's not about Ukraine at all. That's a very, very important statement, viewers, that has come from Democrats in the US House Foreign Affairs panel, wherein they have called out Trump singling out of India with tariffs. And it is also important to note what they've mentioned, that the way, nothing is being done for China, against China, because it's China that is the biggest purchaser of Russian oil. It shows perhaps it's not about Ukraine at all, as being claimed by US President Donald Trump time and again. So now viewers, let's give you a lowdown on which sectors could really be affected, because Trump tariffs, like we've been saying, have already kicked in. It's $45 billion worth of export that's going to get impacted. And the export sector, in the export sector, you've got textiles and apparels. These are expected to be hit the most, and we're expecting the trade in this year to be around $10.9 odd billion. Then the second sector that's going to be worst hit is hit badly, in fact, is diamonds, gold and jewelry. Again, significant amount of exports expected in that sector as well this year, around $10 billion. Then mechanical appliances exports are likely to be hit. Agriculture and meat exports are also expected to be hit because of 50% tariff, on that has been imposed, in fact, by the Trump administration. Then you've got steel, aluminum and copper that's also going to be impacted. In fact, many say that this is expected to lead to a lot of job losses as well. And that's the reason why some kind of support from the government is what these sectors are looking forward to. Now, viewers, we know that the American president can be quite unpredictable. And while these are the sectors that are going to be impacted for now, there are some sectors that will be exempt from, the Trump 50% tariff, at least for the moment. We're talking about pharmaceuticals. Now, pharmaceuticals sector is going to not have the significant impact. The exports in 2024-25 are expected to be around $12.7 billion. Then you've got electronics and smartphone exports that are also, going to be in the safe category. Petroleum products exports of about $4.1 billion are going to be in the safe category as well. As of now, the 50% Trump tariff is not going to have an impact on them. Now, viewers, while imposing punitive action on India, putting the moral burden of Ukrainian debts on India, and shaming India for buying fuel from Russia and funding the massacre, US itself is discussing energy deals with Russia, while India has consistently exposed the American hypocrisy.
मेरी सरकार किसानों का, पशुपालकों का कभी भी अहित नहीं होने देंगी। दबाव कितना ही क्यों न आए, हम झेलने की अपनी ताकत बढ़ाते जाएंगे। वोकल फॉर लोकल बने, स्वदेशी, ये हमारा जीवन मंत्र बनना चाहिए दोस्तों। गर्व से स्वदेशी की तरफ चल पड़ो।
I mean, negotiations are still going on in the sense that nobody said the negotiations are off. I mean, and people do talk to each other. I mean, it's not like there's a kutti there. So look, what happens is we have red lines.
And not just Prime Minister Narendra Modi, RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat also has emphasized on the need to become self-reliant or Atmanirbhar. During a lecture on 100 years of Sangh, Bhagwat said the people should switch to homemade lemonade and stop having imported soft drinks.
कुटुंब भी परस्पर निर्भरता पर चलता है और इसलिए अंतर्राष्ट्रीय व्यापार तो चलेगा और उसमें लेनदेन होगी। बस इसमें दबाव नहीं होना चाहिए, स्वेच्छा होनी चाहिए। और इसलिए स्वदेशी का पालन करना यानी क्या है, जो घर में बनता है वो बाहर से नहीं लाना.
Pragya is now joining us live for more on this. Pragya, RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat also calling for Swadeshi amid trade tensions between India and America.
Well, absolutely, and the intent is to promote Swadeshi. What Mr. Bhagwat yesterday said, that we are in the global system. We are not saying that there should not be international trade. We have to do exchanges of products because not everything is being made by one country. However, being said that, international trade should be bereft of any pressure. What Mr. Mohan Bhagwat is saying is an indirect reference to US tariff and pressurizing India to open its market like dairy and agriculture for US. And you know, the excuse that have been used by US President is about our buying oil from the Russian oil. So it was an indirect reference towards what US is trying to do with India and also putting pressure on, Indian economy. This is the reason why Mr. Mohan Bhagwat, RSS chief, said that we need to focus on Swadeshi. If something is made in India, why not help those people whose livelihood are based on that? We need to be self-reliant so that we will do international trade, but not under the pressure of some other country. So in a way, this is going to be the policy and also the commerce and foreign policy of India. Prime Minister Modi has also stressed on that. In fact, many of the affiliates of RSS are reaching out to many trade organizations, associations and small traders, MSMEs as well, to promote Swadeshi. In a way, we will give a befitting reply to every other foreign country who is trying to exert pressure on us while using sometimes tariffs, sometimes other instrument to pressurize India into opening the market. Mr. Bhagwat is very clear. We need to focus on ourselves. The internal, strengthening is very important, and we need to do it by promoting Swadeshi. We need to also promote Swadeshi because then the livelihood and whatever we manufacture in India will only be dependent on the domestic consumption and will not have to see the face of foreign countries where we are only exporting. So in a way, he also told the same line and in fact put a strength to what Prime Minister Narendra Modi just said on 15th of August when he said that the Swadeshi is the way and we need to be self-reliant in many sectors now.
Thank you very much, Pragya, for the moment for joining us with your inputs on that particular story. In fact, we have more breaking inputs as well coming in at this point in time, and we are getting more